Hello and welcome to this edition of National Sports Magazine. I'm your host Raja Raman. Together, you and I shall serve sports events of the past fortnight. The pick has to be the Khelo India University Games in Bengaluru, since it was the biggest sporting event in India in 2 years. We shall also spend some time discussing the excitement generated by badminton, wrestling, tennis and football, and surf the world of the Indian Premier League. Let's start with Khelo India University Games. Here is a report that reflects the hard work of the All India Radio team as much as that of those of the 3,500 competitors from 209 universities and in 20 disciplines.
I'm Sh Shiv Kumar with a report on the second Khelo India University Games. The second Khelo India University Games were held in Bengaluru from 24th April to 3rd May 2022. The event was organized by the Union Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports in association with the Sports Authority of India, the Association of Indian Universities, and hosted by the Jain Global University, a deemed university in Bengaluru. Around 4,000 young university students from 208 universities competed in 20 sports at various venues in Bengaluru. The multi-sport event kicked off with a colourful opening ceremony on the 24th of April and was inaugurated by the Honourable Vice President of India, Sri Venkaiah Naidu.
I declare the Khelo India University Games 2021 Bangalore open.
In a video message to the participants at the opening ceremony, the Honourable Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi said,
बेंगलुरु में खेलो इंडिया यूनिवर्सिटी गेम्स का होना इस खूबसूरत शहर की एनर्जी को और बढ़ाएगा और देश के नौजवान भी यहां से एक नई ऊर्जा लेकर के लौटेंगे। स्पोर्ट्स सच्चे अर्थ में जीवन का सच्चा सपोर्ट सिस्टम है। ये यूनिवर्सिटी गेम्स भले हो, लेकिन ये मानकर खेलिए कि आप देश के लिए खेल रहे हैं, देश के लिए आपके भीतर एक उत्तम खिलाड़ी तैयार कर रहे हैं।
Schools and universities are the powerhouses of sports, and the attempt was to encourage new upcoming talent. The platform of Khelo India has no doubt persuaded hundreds of young sportspersons to consider sports as a career option, with excellent training and coaching facilities as well being made available by the government. University students competed in 20 events including shooting, archery, fencing, weightlifting, wrestling, boxing, athletics, swimming, football, basketball, volleyball, badminton, tennis, table tennis, hockey, judo and karate, where India has a chance of winning medals at the international arena. In addition, traditional sports like kabaddi, yogasana and mallakhambh were also included. And the young competitors, one should say, lived up to the expectations, breaking several meet records and 2 national records in various events. The national records were set in weightlifting by Ann Maria of Mangalore University and in swimming by Shiva Sridhar of Jain University. Sridhar won 7 gold medals and 2 silver medals in swimming, while Shringi Bandekar won 4 gold medals and 1 silver in the same event. Other notable athletes were A. Vignesh of Mangalore University, who became the fastest man of the event by winning the 100 and 200 meters sprint and also picking up another gold in the 4x100 relay. Priya Mohan of Jain University competed with Dyuti Chand and won gold in the 200 meter sprint. So the second Khelo India University Games saw a new breed of young competitors determined to make a mark in the international arena and bring glory to the country. Here are some of the winners. A. Vignesh, the fastest man of the second Khelo India University Games.
First gold also for me in such a big competition. It takes 5 years this takes for me to this timing. I didn't expect that.
Priya Mohan from Jain University.
Happy that I beat Duti Chand, but not happy with the timings. My best is 23.85. I was expecting to do a lot better.
The hosts, Jain University, topped the medals tally with 20 gold medals, 7 silver medals and 5 bronze medals. Lovely Professional University finished second with 17 gold medals, while the former champions Punjab University finished in the third spot with 15 gold medals. The games concluded on 3rd May with a closing ceremony at the Kanthirava Stadium. The chief guest was the Union Minister for Home Affairs and Cooperation, Shri Amit Shah.
Fit India, खेलो इंडिया यूनिवर्सिटी गेम्स कई प्रकार के सीरीज ऑफ इनिशिएटिव लिए और आज हम देख सकते हैं कि इसका परिणाम कितना सुंदर आ रहा है। तो जीवन में कोई भी क्षेत्र के अंदर अगर कुछ अचीव करना है तो खेलों से हारने की अभी आदत लानी पड़ेगी और जीतने की जिद भी पैदा करनी पड़ेगी। अभी ओलंपिक में और पैरा ओलंपिक में जब हमारे खिलाड़ी मेडल लेकर आते हैं तो पूरे भारत के 130 करोड़ लोगों की छाती गज गज फूल जाती है।
In his opening remarks, the Union Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports and Information and Broadcasting, Shri Anurag Thakur said,
खेलो इंडिया यूनिवर्सिटी गेम्स प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी की कल्पना है। I am glad that we made a decision to host the Khelo India University Games in Bangalore. Today I can say, despite the COVID-19 pandemic, the second edition of Khelo India University Game has been outstanding. It has been very successful.
the second Khelo India University Games were covered live by Doordarshan, and All India Radio broadcast highlights every night of the day's events.
Khelo India, Khelo. Khelo India, Khelo.
We shall now focus on wrestling with a report on Deepika that has been read by Rajshri Trivedi.
Ravi Dahiya's physical prowess and superior tactical acumen was on show yet again as he became the first Indian wrestler to win 3 gold medals at the Asian Championship. But Bajrang Punia struggled badly on his return to action even as he grabbed a silver in Ulaanbatar, Mongolia. Tokyo Olympics silver medalist Ravi was his usual dominant self in his 3 bouts as he outclassed the 57 kg field to emerge champion. India signed off with 17 medals from the continental event that concluded on April 24th. Gaurav Balian was impressive in his silver winning effort in 79 kg bout, while Naveen 70 kg making his senior debut, and the seasoned Satyavat Kadian 97 kg bagged bronze medals as all 5 Indians in action earned podium finishes. Indian women wrestlers picked up 2 silver medals and a bronze in the tournament. World Championships silver medalist Anshu and Radhika claimed 65 kg silver medals, while Manisha bagged a 62 kg bronze as the Indian women totaled 5 medals. Defending champion Anshu defeated Uzbek Shohida Akhmadova 10-0 and Singapore's Daniel Siu Ching Lim 10-0 to reach the 57 kg semi-finals. The Indian got past Mongolia's Bolorutyu Khurehom, a 62 kg silver medalist in 2021, 11-0 in the last 4. Anshu lost to 55 kg world champion Sugumi Sukurai of Japan by fall in the final to take the silver medal. We spoke to Sarita Moore on her win.
सफर तो अच्छा रहा, बस ये था कि जो वही बात है बोल के गई थी और जो सोच के गई थी कि भाई गोल्ड लेके आऊंगी वो तो नहीं लेके आई, लेकिन हाँ मेडल जरूर लेके आई हूँ। तो थोड़ी सी कुछ कमी रही है मेरी भी, तो बस अब यही है कि उन पे काम करना है और कुश्ती में और सुधार करना है और आगे के लिए और मेडल लेके आने हैं। थोड़ी सी मेरी भी मिस्टेक रही है कि भाई जहाँ पे मुझे और अच्छा बेटर करना चाहिए था वहाँ मैं नहीं कर पाई। वही है कि आगे और अच्छा लड़ेंगे, अच्छा करेंगे। हमारा सफर इतना लंबा था, करीब 40 घंटे में हम वहाँ पे पहुंचे हैं। स्टे भी था और हम थकान इतनी हो गई थी, मेरी फर्स्ट डे ही कुश्ती थी तो वेट भी कम कर रही थी। दूसरा इतना वो हाई मतलब बहुत ज्यादा ऊंचाई पे है, थोड़ा सा वो एडजस्ट करना थोड़ा सा स्टार्टिंग में मुश्किल होता है। दूसरी बात मेरी मतलब 11:30 बजे मेरी कुश्ती स्टार्ट हुई थी और 12:30 तक मेरी 4 कुश्तियां हो चुकी थी। मतलब इतनी जल्दी कुश्तियां हो रही थी मेरी, एक के बाद मुझे थोड़ा सा मौका भी नहीं मिला संभलने का, क्योंकि इतना 4 कुश्तियां इतनी कंटिन्यू होना तो एक थोड़ा सा मेरे को भी अजीब सा लग रहा था कि भाई इतनी जल्दी कुश्ती कैसे हो रही है मेरी, वो भी एशिया चैंपियनशिप। जैसे अभी मेरी मैं बता रही हूँ आपको 4 कुश्तियां इतनी जल्दी हुई है जिसके लिए मैं प्रिपेयर नहीं थी कि अब इतनी जल्दी कुश्तियां हो जाएंगी। तो अब सबसे पहला तो यही है कि भी उसके लिए मैं प्रिपेयर हो चुकी हूँ कि आगे ऐसा भी हो सकता। और 1-2 कमियां मैं बहुत, जैसे पहली बाउट थी मेरी 2-1 से हुई थी और वो बहुत ही क्लोज बाउट की, बहुत ही एक्सपीरियंस होल्डर जिसको हम बोल सकते हैं, समझदारी सूझबूझ से लड़ी है वो मेरे साथ है। 1-2 गलतियां मैंने उसके साथ करी हैं जिससे मैं हार गई हूँ। उसके बाद फिर मेरा सेकंड बाउट 10 मिनट के अंदर दूसरी बाउट हो गई, तो मेरे को थोड़ा सा संभलने का मौका नहीं मिला। जबकि मैं खुद चाहती थी कि जैपनीज के साथ खेलना, मेरी खुद की मतलब इच्छा थी कि मैं उनके साथ खेलूं ताकि हमें भी पता लगे कि हम इनसे कैसे हारते हैं और क्यों हारते हैं। इतनी अच्छी नहीं थी तो मैं अच्छा करना चाहती थी उसके साथ। जब मेरा स्कोर भी चला गया था तब भी मैं सोच रही थी कि मैं कवर करूं, लेकिन कवर नहीं हो पाया। जितना मैं करना थी वो नहीं कर पाई। सबसे बुरा सिस्टम ये है कि अब अगर 8 से कम प्ले हैं तो सिर्फ एक ही थर्ड निकाल, ठीक है। तो उस लेवल पे जाके हार जीत वो मायने रखती कि मेडल हम किससे, ये मायने नहीं रखता। अब मेरी पहली बाउट 2-1 से हुई, ये मायने नहीं रखता कि मैं हार गई। हार तो हारी होती, बेशक से हमारी कुश्ती 2-2 से होती तो एक मेडल एक वो करता था कि मेडल लेके आना है। क्या तो हार गई, लेकिन 2 कुश्तियों में जो मेरी गलती हो गई है वो मेरे को नहीं करनी है और मेरे को मेडल लेके आना। फिर तो बस एक यही उम्मीद थी कि मेडल लेके जाना है।
The 24-year-old Ravi Dahiya conceded early lead in all his bouts. He won the final against Kazakhstan's Rakhat Kalzan by technical superiority. It was his second final of the season, having won a silver at the Dan Kolo event in February. Ravi, who hails from Nahari village in Sonipat, outsmarted Japan's Rikuto Arai and pulled off a comprehensive 12-5 win over Mongolia's Zanabazar Zandabud en route the final. In the title clash, Kalzan moved ahead with a takedown and for considerable time did not let the Indian make any move. However, true to his style, Ravi began to dominate the bout with his unmatched class. He effected 6 consecutive 2-pointers and in between saved himself from a left leg attack to finish the bout early in the second period to secure India's first gold medal of the tournament this year. Ravi had won gold at the 2020 edition in Delhi and in Almaty last year. We spoke to Ravi Dahiya and let's hear what he spoke about his win.
देखो काफी अच्छा टूर्नामेंट था और देश के लिए गोल्ड जीता सर। इससे खुशी की बात तो क्या हो सकती है। अगर देश के लिए खेले और उसमें देश के लिए गोल्ड जीते तो मैं तो मानता हूँ इससे कोई ऐसा क्षण होगा नहीं इससे जो इससे भी महान हो। एशियन चैंपियनशिप है तो एशियन की सारी कंट्री वहाँ पे पार्टिसिपेट करी थी। जापान था, ईरान था, कजाकिस्तान था, उज्बेक था, किर्गिस्तान था, कोरिया, तो मतलब सारी जो एशियन कंट्री है तो रेसलिंग में काफी अच्छी है। यूरोप की 1-2 कंट्री को छोड़ के तो मानो तो एशिया एक ऐसा गढ़ है रेसलिंग का तो काफी एक बता सकते हैं मतलब एक टॉप लेवल का काफी अच्छा टूर्नामेंट था और काफी इंडिया वालों ने काफी पदक भी जीते और सब मतलब काफी अच्छा प्रदर्शन रहा सारी टीम का। अब की बार मैं तो ये सोच सकता था क्योंकि थोड़े दिन पहले हमारी थी मेरी और उज्बेक वाला रेसलर था उसकी रैंकिंग से हम फाइनल में थे। तो अब हम तो यही सोच सकते थे कि अब की बार भी मेरी उसकी फाइनल कुश्ती हुई क्योंकि वो भी एक अच्छा रेसलर था। उसका ग्रुप अलग था पहले से ही क्योंकि हमको सीडिंग दी गई। मैं 1 नंबर पे था और वो मतलब 2 पे था, वो सबसे नीचे था, मैं सबसे। सबको इंतजार इसी बाउट का था कि इनकी फाइनल बाउट आएगी तो बहुत अच्छी होगी। मतलब वो एक अच्छा खेल नहीं पाया तो मेरी उससे बात हुई तो मैंने उससे पूछा तो बता रहा था कि मेरे को थोड़ी इंजरी थी। वो एक अच्छा रेसलर था तो बाउट काफी अच्छी होती है। अभी रैंकिंग सीरीज में भी काफी अच्छी हमारी 11-10 से बाउट हुई। जीता तो मैं था पर बहुत अच्छी बाउट हुई।
Bajrang Punia, competing in his first tournament since winning a bronze at the Tokyo Games, looked like a pale shadow of himself. Hardly any attacking move was seen from him as he engaged in standing wrestling, largely defending. In the final against Rehman Mauza Amauza Dakhili, the reigning junior champion from Iran, Bajrang was so passive that he was put on clock. The Iranian kept Bajrang's upper body in his hold along with the left wrist, straight jacketing him. Rehman earned 2 points with a right leg attack, while lack of action from Bajrang meant that final was a drab affair. It was Bajrang's 8th medal at the Asian Championship. However, Gaurav 79 kg set the match on fire by his gritty performance, including in the final against formidable Ali Bakhtiar Savadoki from Iran. He lost the final on criteria after score was tied 9-9. Iran had a high-scoring 4-point move to settle for silver but won hearts with his fearless approach. At one time, he was trailing 0-8 but turned the bout around in the second period, going for his attacks. The Iranian, who was tiring towards the end, also lost 2 caution points for poking the Indian. Gaurav had overpowered Turkmenistan's Gurbamariat in Super's quick time, finishing the quarterfinals in just 28 seconds with 5 consecutive gut wrench after getting hold of his opponent. His semi-final was a tough contest with Kazakhstan's Arsalan Budazopov fighting tooth and nail in the fast-paced contest in which counter-attacks from both the wrestlers made it an engrossing bout. Gaurav was trailing 4-5 and just 14 seconds to go. He found a match-changing takedown move to make it 6-5 and eventually won 8-5. Deepak Punia could do nothing against the solid defense of Kazakhstan's Azmat Dolebekov and settled for a silver medal, while Vicky Chahar grabbed a bronze in 92 kg competition on the concluding day of the Asian Championship. Eyeing his maiden gold medal at the continental event, Deepak reached the final without conceding a single point as he first blanked Iran's Mostafavi 6-0 and then humbled Korea's Gwonok Kim 5-0. However, Dolatabekov did not let the Indian play his aggressive game, foiling a few of his attacks with remarkable ease. Deepak usually stuns his rivals with his speed and agility, but Dolatabekov was up for the task and smartly foiled the Indians' leg attacks by maintaining distance. Dolatabekov grabbed his chances on counter-attacks and kept building his lead to eventually win the final by a comfortable 6-1 margin. It is Deepak's fourth medal at the Asian Championship, having won a silver 2021 and 2 bronze 2019 and 2020 before. Adding to India's medal tally was Vicky, who won the bronze medal bout against Uzbekistan's Aziniaz Saparniazov 5-3. India signed off with 17 medals from the continental event, but Ravi Dahiya was the lone gold medal winner in the men's freestyle 57 kg category.
On to some football action now. Kerala won the Santosh Trophy National Football Championship for the 7th time, bouncing back from a goal deficit to beat Bengal 5-4 in the penalty shootout at the Payanad Football Stadium in Malappuram on May 2. One of the highlights of the Santosh Trophy was the large attendance for many matches played in a remote village. Playing in front of 26,000 spectators on May 2nd, the finalists were unable to score in regulation time. Bengal dominated the first 45 minutes, while Kerala came close on multiple occasions after the change of ends. Bengal forward Molla squandered a couple of chances in the first half. Goalkeeper Priyant Kumar Singh had to be at his valiant best to deny the wave of attacks by the tournament top scorer Jijo Joseph and Vignesh of Kerala. With a history of 32 titles, Bengal took the lead 7 minutes into extra time through a sensational diving header by Dilip Oraman off a brilliant pass by Supriya Pandit from the left. It seemed that Bengal was all set to avenge its defeat at home in the 2016-17 final. But 4 minutes from the final whistle, 22-year-old Bibin Ajayan scored the equalizer with a leaping header on being set up by Nofal from the right flank to force the tiebreaker. In the shootout, Bengal scored through Dilip Oraman, Bablu Ora, Tanmay Ghosh and goalkeeper Priyant, but taking the second attempt, Sajal Bagh shot wide. Sanju G, Bibin Ajayan, captain Jijo Joseph and Jasin T.K. Rahman each scored for Kerala. Bengal's substitute goalkeeper Raja Burman had to deny Fasalur Rahman, but he shot the ball into the top corner to give Kerala a famous victory. The Bino George Chiramal coach team clinched its first Santosh Trophy on home soil since Kochi in 1993. Having beaten Bengal 2-0 in the group stage, Kerala thus did a double on the Ranjan Bhattacharya coach side. There was good news for Indian football as Mumbai City FC completed its AFC Champions League engagement with a second victory. Mumbai City FC, which had become the first Indian team to win a match in the continent's biggest club event by beating Iraqi Air Force 2-1 on April 12, backed it up with a resounding 1-0 win in the return game on April 27th. Diego Mauricio scored the match winner in the 31st minute to ensure Mumbai City would finish second in Group B. Unfortunately for the Islanders, coached by Des Buckingham, the 7 points in the league stage, including one from a goalless game with Al Jazeera of UAE, was not enough to see it through to the second round. Having missed out on a playoff spot in ISL, Mumbai City was desperate to perform well in the AFC Champions League. It was drawn with Saudi Arabia's Al Shabab, the Iraqi Air Force team and UAE's Al Jazeera. Its defender Murtada Fall made 39 clearances and goalkeeper Purba Lapencha made 28 saves to earn plaudits. Coach Buckingham was pleased with the team showing. He said it was the first time Mumbai FC played 16 games in 90 days and that it finished with a win was a credit to the players. He said it was heartening that the side came away from the AFC Champions League with 7 points, scoring more goals than ever. Finishing second in the group stage was a huge achievement both for the club and for football in India, he said. Let's now shift our attention to badminton. Deepika has this comprehensive report read by Rajshri Trivedi.
Double Olympic medalist PV Sindhu ended her Badminton Asia Championships campaign with a bronze medal after going down fighting to Japan's Akane Yamaguchi in 3 games on April 30th in Manila, Philippines. The 26-year-old started the match on a positive note but couldn't keep the winning momentum going, losing 21-13, 19-21, 16-21 to the top seed and world number 2 Yamaguchi in the semi-final. semi-final clash which lasted 1 hour and 6 minutes. This is Sindhu's second medal in the tournament. She had claimed a bronze in the 2014 Gimcheon edition. The Hyderabad shuttler, who won 2 Super 300 titles at Syed Modi International and Swiss Open, took the first game easily in 16 minutes. In the second game, the fourth-seeded Sindhu was handed a point penalty for taking too much time between points, leading to an argument with the referee. The Japanese shuttler found her rhythm and never let Sindhu regroup. In the final game, Sindhu trailed from the beginning. In the end, Yamaguchi had 5 match points, which she duly converted. The head-to-head between Sindhu and Yamaguchi is now 13-9 in the India's favour. The Indian men's doubles pair of Satvik Sairaj Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty also made it to the quarter-finals, but it was curtains for London Olympic bronze medalist Saina Nehwal and World Championships silver winner Kidambi Srikanth. Satvik Sairaj and Chirag bow out in quarter-final. However, Saina's dream of claiming her 4th medal in the prestigious tournament ended after she ran out of steam to eventually lose 21-12, 7-21, 13-21 to 22-year-old Chinese Wang Ziyi, ranked 16th in the world. Saina is on a comeback trail after recovering from some nagging injuries and had skipped the selection trials for the upcoming major events such as Commonwealth Games, Asian Games and Uber Cup. Srikanth, seeded 7th, too couldn't step up his game when it mattered, going down narrowly to China's Weng Hongyang 16-21, 21-17, 17-21 in a men's singles round match that lasted an hour and 17 minutes. We spoke to Rituparna on Asian Badminton Championship.
It was great for all the players who played the event. I was actually especially watching Sindhu's match. She also played really well, and I saw one match against Yamaguchi. In one point, I think the umpire was little different. He gave the point to Yamaguchi when Sindhu was about to serve. How he can give, but I think that was a time when the momentum was a little he broke the momentum of Sindhu. But otherwise, Sindhu played really well, and all the players gave their best. There are a lot of pressure, so we need to learn how to handle it. And I think Sindhu and all, they do it really well because they are already playing in the senior level from long time. Each and every player face these things. So yeah, I think we should know how to handle it and nothing else.
Following 6 days of high-voltage competition and nail-biting action in the selection trials here at the Indira Gandhi Stadium, the Badminton Association of India (BAI) on Thursday announced strong Indian contingents to participate in the upcoming Thomas and Uber Cup, Commonwealth Games and Asian Games. Indian squads for Commonwealth Games: men's team Lakshya Sen, Kidambi Srikanth, Satvik Sairaj Rankireddy, Chirag Shetty and B. Sumit Reddy. Women: PV Sindhu, Akarshi Kashyap, Teresa Jolly, Gayatri P, Ashwani Ponappa. Asian Games and Thomas and Uber Cup team consists of men: Lakshya Sen, Kidambi Srikanth, H.S. Pranoy, Priyanshu Rajawat, Chirag Shetty, Satvik Sairaj Rankireddy, Dhruv Kapila, M.R. Arjun, Vishnu Vardhan Gaud, Krishna Prasad Gariga. And for women, PV Sindhu, Akarshi Kashyap, Ashmita Chaliha, Unnati Huda, Teresa Jolly, Gayatri P, N. Sikki Reddy, Ashwani Ponappa, Tanisha Krasto and Shruti Mishra. We spoke to Rituparna.
They have done a good team, and unfortunately I could not play the trials because there is a new rule. And I started playing with my sister, so we will be playing other tournaments. And I think the team which they have selected, I wish all the very best.
From one racket sport to another, Jatin Mathur brings you this report on tennis.
The young Russian tennis star Andrei Rublev is gathering the highlights after winning the Serbia Open 2022 against the world number 1 Novak Djokovic in Belgrade. This is the Russian's 11th career title and 3rd title this year, having previously won the Open 13 championships and Dubai Tennis Championships. However, Djokovic was denied his first trophy of the year as Rublev produced the fine display, defeating the Serbian by 6-2, 6-7, 6-love. Rublev dominated the most in the 2.5-hour final match. This was his first ever win against Djokovic, and that too in front of the home crowd of the Serbian legend. It was the Russian who drew first blood by breaking Djokovic to love. He held to love before winning the next 2 games and clinching the opening set 6-2. Djokovic was seen eager to come back in the match as seen throughout the tournament, but he could only win the second set 6-7 as Rublev was in no mood to back down.
Rublev dominated the final set, making the tired-looking Djokovic to lose the match and making a way for himself to win his third title on the clay. The pair had previously met at the 2021 ATP Finals, where Djokovic had won in straight sets. The Serbian player had missed the early season tournaments like Australian Open as well as ATP Masters 1000 events in Miami and Indian Wells due to his refusal to get vaccinated against the COVID-19. So this tournament over the course of the week should help him ahead of the Masters events in Madrid and Rome. Now we move to Munich Open. This year's Munich Open title in men's singles has been won by the 19-year-old Danish player Holger Rune. The final match of the tournament was played on the clay turf between Holger Rune and Dutch player Botic van der Zandschulp on 1st of May. The tournament started off on 23rd of April in Bavaria's capital city of Munich, Germany. The match lasted only for one set, with the Dutch player leading the set 4-3. The Dutch player's performance was outstanding throughout the tournament and was playing the finals with the same spirit as well. But the Danish player was trying hard to come back in the match, whereas the Dutch player failed to keep up the high level. Botic van der Zandschulp took a 15 minutes medical timeout and returned to the match, playing a few points. But he was eventually forced to retire soon after 4-3 and did not even stay for the trophy ceremony due to his medical condition. This is the first ATP title for Danish player Holger Rune. In the men's doubles, the final match was played between German duo Kevin Kravitz and Andreas Mais and Brazilian and Spanish players Rafael Matos and David Hernandez. But Germany won the men's doubles title by 4-6, 6-4, 10-7. The German players have won 9 times in the history of this tournament.
Returning to badminton, this time Rajshri Trivedi reads a report scripted by Deepika on the exploits of the Indian para-badminton team.
The Indian contingent dominated the medal table with a whooping 28 medals, including 8 gold, 7 silver and 13 bronze medals at the recently concluded 2022 Brazil Para-Badminton International in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Among the most prominent names, world number 3 Sukant Kadam clinched a silver medal in the men's singles SL4 category after losing 17-21, 22-20, 18-21 to compatriot Tarun Dhillon, who took the gold in 50 minutes. Meanwhile, 2021 Paralympic gold medalist Pramod Bhagat swept 2 bronze medals. He picked up 1 each in the men's SL3 singles and mixed doubles SL3 SU5 category alongside Palak Kohli. Bhagat went down fighting against India's Nitesh Kumar as the scoreline read 7-21, 21-19, 19-21 in the singles badminton match. In mixed doubles, the Indian duo lost to Daisuke Fujihara, Akiko Sugino of Japan 14-21, 21-16, 16-21. Mandeep Kaur was the star of the 2022 Brazil Para-Badminton International with 3 medals to her name, including 2 gold and 1 silver medal. She clinched 1 gold medal each in the SL3 women's singles and SL3 SU5 women's doubles categories each. In the women's singles, Kaur won 21-10, 21-5 over Brazil's Abinacia Maria de Salva. Meanwhile, in the women's doubles match, Mandeep alongside Manisha Ramdas defeated Palak Kohli, Parul Parmar with a 21-15, 21-15 scoreline. Manisha also won a gold medal in the women's singles SU5 category. However, Mandeep along with a mixed doubles partner Chirag Baretha had to settle for silver after losing to the Japanese duo of Daisuke Fujihara and Akiko Sugino. Apart from Nitesh and Tarun, Parul Parmar SL3, Jyoti Verma SL4, Manisha Ramdas SU5, Hardik Makkar Rutik Raghupati SU5, Arwaz Ansari, Deep Ranjan Bisoi SL3 SL4 and Manisha Ramdas Mandeep Kaur SL3 SU5 also won gold medals at the tournament. We spoke to Mandeep Kaur.
सबसे पहले अपने कोचेस का थैंक यू बोलना चाहूँगी और अपने सीनियर प्लेयर्स का थैंक यू बोलना चाहूँगी। उन लोगों ने हमको बहुत अच्छी ट्रेनिंग दी है और हमारे सीनियर प्लेयर्स हमेशा हमें कुछ ना कुछ दिखाते हैं और कुछ ना कुछ बताते हैं। ब्राज़ील में भी वो सब लोग हमारे साथ थे और हमारी कोचेस ने हमको अच्छी ट्रेनिंग करवाई है और हमेशा हम टूर्नामेंट्स के लिए प्रिपेयर करते हैं कि तुम्हें मेडल लेके ही आना है और इसीलिए मैं वहाँ पर अपना बेस्ट दे पाई और मेडल जीता।
There can be no doubt that IPL has taken up more time and space than any other sporting event in the past few days. The talking point is how the 2 new teams from Ahmedabad and Lucknow, Gujarat Titans and Lucknow Super Giant, have surged to the top of the league table, while IPL stars Mumbai Indians and Chennai Super Kings are wallowing at the bottom of the charts after 50 games have been played. Rajasthan Royals' Josh Buttler has been the runaway batting sensation so far this season, making 3 centuries in his first 10 games and placing his team in the top 3. India stars KL Rahul of Lucknow Super Giants and Shikhar Dhawan of Punjab Super Kings are the leading Indian batsmen, while India captain Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli have been searching for runs. Talking of bowling performances so far, India's 2 wrist spinners Yuzvendra Chahal of Rajasthan Royals and Kuldeep Yadav of Delhi Capitals have held the spotlight with 19 and 17 wickets respectively. And with that, we come to the end of this edition of National Sports Magazine. Along with my colleagues Deepika Das and Jatin Mathur and producer Praveen Chand, this is Raja Raman thanking you for listening in. Have a sporting time ahead.